can't make coffee Heath bar crunch without making coffee ice cream.
So at some point in the factory, there is a big vat of coffee ice cream, right?
That's right, that's right. And if you go to their scoop shops, they've sold coffee, chocolate, butter pecan, strawberry ice cream by the scoop in their ice cream shops.
Ben & Jerry's clearly know how to make coffee-flavored ice cream without all the chunks. They even sell it in their stores, but usually they do not sell it in the supermarket. And as we noticed in our supermarket, the other big player in the pint space, Haagen-Dazs, they make the opposite. Mostly they just make smooth.
There are all sorts of reasons why this could be happening. Maybe those hippies at Ben & Jerry's just love those chunks, man. Maybe their fans would be upset if we opened a pint and it was chunks. Perhaps Haagen-Dazs just wants to evoke a fine European restaurant. Would never put chocolate-covered pretzel fudge chunks inside their delicate creme.
Or, to put it in economic terms,
Is this just the result of natural competition between these firms that they would specialize in one type of ice cream as a way to make as much money as possible? Or is there something potentially beyond that going on?
Such as...
So are they potentially coordinating or tacitly colluding their choice of flavors?
Clearly, this was a cold case about to heat up.
wait, I got a better one. Clearly, Christopher had a scoop.
It is quite an accusation Christopher is making here. Collusion. When there's even a little collusion in an industry, it has huge implications. People can even go to jail for it.
Yeah, imagine if Ben & Jerry's and Haagen-Dazs were somehow working together. One takes the chunky market, one takes the traditional market, and actively choosing not to compete with each other. That is bad for consumers. Prices go up, products stagnate.
Think of all the weird, chunky Haagen-Dazs flavors we could be getting. Marcel Proust's Madeleine chunks and vanilla. I'd buy that.
Oh, the memories. So Christopher sets out to get to the bottom of this pint mystery. This would be his dissertation.
The first thing Christopher needs is the history of how these companies pick their products. He starts at the beginning. Haagen-Dazs debuts in 1960. Made in New York, but named like it was from the Scandinavian fjords.
Haagen-Dazs is so thick and creamy, giving you a deliciously rich experience.
Thick and creamy.
And lasts and lasts.
Thick and creamy.
Are they playing a lute?
I don't know, I think that might be a harp. I don't know, doesn't matter. Anyway, Ben & Jerry's enter the market in 1978, eventually becoming
Thick
famous
and
for just
creamy.
how unsmooth their chunky flavors are.
So when it came to hand-cutting the cookie dough chunks, we kind of made them on the big side. Even if that meant it was a bit of a squeeze getting them into our tubs.
That is definitely a banjo. They have a little thing in there.
The music sounds folksy, but from the beginning, the two companies are at each other's throats. There was even a nasty lawsuit when Ben & Jerry's accused Haagen-Dazs of trying to block distribution of their ice cream to stores.
Eventually, there was a stalemate. Most supermarkets all across the country would come to offer both kinds of ice cream. And when it came to product types, the two companies mostly stayed out of each other's way. When this kind of thing is done explicitly, it's called market division.
Most of that is usually studied in the context of geography.
You get the north side, I get the south side.
Exactly. Instead of having a map of a city, you could kind of have a map of flavor spaces where the chunky flavors live up here and the smooth flavors live down here, and this is kind of the product space analog.
So Christopher sees that Ben & Jerry's, they're living in Chunky Town, Haagen-Dazs is in Smoothville, and through the 1980s, ice cream sales are good for both